In the history of global business, few companies have reached the staggering heights of Amazon. To call it an e-commerce giant is an understatement. It is a leviathan that touches cloud computing, logistics, entertainment, and grocery retail, all fueled by a corporate philosophy that prioritized pain over profit for 2 decades. The central question is not just how Jeff Bezos built an online bookstore, but how he transformed that small, garage startup into a $1.6 trillion empire. The answer lies in a relentless, almost obsessive, application of 4 core principles: customer obsession, long-term thinking, a bias for action, and the day one mindset. The journey began in 1994, when Bezos, a high-flying hedge fund executive, was stunned by a single data point. The internet was growing at 2,300% per year. This explosion of connectivity was, to him, a gold rush, and he knew he had to quit his stable career to stake a claim. He analyzed 20 potential product categories, from CDs to computer software, and ultimately settled on books. Why books? They were the perfect e-commerce product in 1995. Standardized, easy to ship, and most importantly, there were over 3 million titles, far more than any physical bookstore could ever stock. This vast selection and convenience, right from the start, offered a unique value proposition that existing retailers could not match. He set up shop in his garage in Bellevue, Washington, leveraging the proximity to technical talent and distribution hubs. With a modest investment, partly from his parents, Bezos launched Amazon.com on July 16, 1995, and the relentless expansion had begun. The most fundamental decision, the one that governs every action the company takes, is customer obsession, not competitor obsession. Bezos famously instructed his employees to always leave an empty chair in meeting rooms, representing the customer, the most important person in the room. This philosophy dictated that every business decision must be filtered through the question, will this benefit our customers? This mindset led to innovations like one-click ordering, personalized recommendations driven by advanced algorithms, and a flexible return policy, all designed to make the shopping process effortless. While other companies focused on what their rivals were doing, Amazon focused intensely on understanding and satisfying customer needs. They aimed to predict those needs even before the customers realized them. Crucially, this customer obsession was intertwined with the second pillar, long-term thinking. For years, Amazon operated with minimal or no profit, a strategy that baffled Wall Street analysts. Bezos deliberately chose to reinvest nearly all income back into the business, upgrading technology, improving the distribution network, and expanding its capabilities. This was the application of the Amazon flywheel effect, a concept that illustrates a continuous cycle of growth. Lower prices lead to more customers, which attracts more sellers, which leads to a wider selection, which further lowers the cost structure, allowing for even lower prices. This self-reinforcing loop was powered by reinvestment in infrastructure, allowing the company to build a scale advantage no one could catch. He famously told shareholders that he was building a company not for the next quarter, but for the next 5 to 7 years. The willingness to postpone gratification was a calculated, strategic risk-taking essential for growth. The first true break from being just a bookstore came in the late 1990s, where Bezos began expanding inventory to music, DVDs, electronics, and more, establishing Amazon as the everything store. This diversification was a strategic masterstroke, attracting a broader base and increasing sales rapidly. However, the most successful and profitable diversification was not a retail product at all, but a utility, Amazon Web Services, AWS. Launched in 2006, AWS redefined the company's business model. Amazon had built a vast, scalable, and sophisticated internal computing infrastructure to handle its own massive e-commerce operations. Bezos realized this excess capacity could be rented out as cloud computing services to businesses worldwide, turning an internal cost center into a massive, highly profitable revenue stream. AWS became a dominant force, leveraging Amazon's existing technological expertise to serve millions of customers and ending 2020 with an annualized run rate of $50 billion. On the retail side, the creation of Amazon Prime in 2005 was arguably the biggest game changer for customer loyalty. Initially offering unlimited 2-day delivery for an annual fee, it was a bold gamble that seemed expensive on its face. However, Prime membership achieved two things. First, the upfront subscription fee provided steady revenue. And second, and far more importantly, it locked the most valuable customers into the Amazon ecosystem. Prime members, having already paid for free shipping, were psychologically motivated to purchase more frequently and in greater volume from Amazon than non-members, significantly increasing the company's total annual revenue. Internally, Bezos enforced a culture that valued rigorous thinking and innovation, captured by the Day One philosophy. This meant conceptualizing Amazon as perpetually being on its first day of operation, promoting agility and resistance to complacency. The famous use of 6-page narrative memos instead of easy-to-digest PowerPoint presentations forced employees to articulate their strategies with precision and thoughtful analysis, ensuring clear and substantive communication before any discussion began. Employees were empowered as builders, encouraged to experiment and learn from failures, understanding that calculated risk-taking is essential for growth. This dedication to operational excellence fueled continuous investment in advanced robotics, AI, machine learning systems, and strategic acquisitions, from logistics managers like Kiva to physical retailers like Whole Foods, all calculated to expand its core business and disrupt adjacent industries. The relentless commitment to customer satisfaction, powered by long-term financial sacrifice, technological innovation like AWS, and the loyalty engine of Prime, laid the concrete foundation for its multi-trillion-dollar valuation. The true story of Amazon is not about selling things online. It is about building the infrastructure and culture to make every customer service so frictionless that competition becomes an afterthought.